Fred, introduced us as a small consulting firm. We were established in '99. We were plodding along just fine, doing little things, and our revenues got flat. What happened? We got to about 1.5. Oh, we hit 1.9 one year, then we back to 1.3. But we really never got off the 1.5 revenues. A lot of these talking points are negatives. Gee, what weren't we doing right? So every once in a while, I like to put in there that we did survive for 9 years. We did have a solid reputation. We were experienced. We were trusted. We had a pretty good client base. We were doing fine. But at the same time, it was alarming. Our profits were shrinking. Started out pretty well, thinking, hey, this is pretty easy. And then all of a sudden, profits started to shrink, and they kept shrinking. And look at the sales cycle. I mean, Fred and Art, really were good about trying to keep us out of these silos that we were behaving in, which was sales department just worked on sales, finance department just worked on finance, and project people just worked on projects.
And sales didn't even communicate.
Right. So we're learning that we should be going across. We really didn't aggressively increase prices. We thought that gee, if we just managed it better and absorbed the prices, we could be better and keep it up. And we realized that we were absorbing beyond what I think we should have been absorbing. And also, Debbie liked to put, instead of poor financial management, she corrected me and I put it back, I uncorrected her. She said no financial management. We suspected, when we first met you guys, that we suspected our financial package was inadequate. I also was a little hard on Debbie because she wasn't answering the questions I was asking her. Hey, I need some financial answers. And she'd give me kind of some foggy answers with all these little things attached to it, and it would drive me nuts. We just weren't managing it properly. We didn't know what our business was worth. We did have certain things. We had a solid team and foundation. We had some of the pieces in place. We had the intuition to know that something was really wrong, not just because our profits were shrinking. We had already been searching for new financial packages when we met you guys. We had already started to actually spend a few dollars on looking at alternatives. We had already started to put pieces in place, and we look at the big wall, the massive wall of things that all seem to be combined. You have to push up this hill. It was daunting. We were already exhausted. It was outdated. Strategic planning, and I'm going to just say, what strategic planning? We had made some attempts to specialize our business or to work in certain market segments and not in others. And we had certain ideas about moving our business through the business world, but we really never had a plan. Business planning, never did that. And we were burned out. I think by January 1st, we're going to have a new plan.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good one because my key guys are going to be taken care of. The rest of the people will be taken care of too. But I'm going to have things back in the balance that we need to have them in. And we're going to be pushing the right buttons at the right people at the right time. Implement them all by January 1st, and we're going to keep testing and measuring. And I'm sure there's more to come from. We're still on this, as you can see. We're still work in progress. Jury's still out on whether we're going to be successful or not, but it sure looks a whole lot better than before we met you guys. I don't know where we would have been without you. It's getting pretty air and trust. I mean, literally, and also you have to be good at what you do. This wasn't on this thing. When you got been there, done that. You guys are experienced. You've been there, you've done that. We haven't been there. We haven't done that. Think about the power we can harness. Look at the experience we can get. And as we're going to get into rates in a minute. Now, I'm not specific about it, but I'm going to say, we're getting decades and decades of experience, been there, done that are potentially saving us years or months of misery and financial ruin by getting the right advice at the right time, tailored for our business. I think one of the key components to it, though, for me personally, was starting with my personal goals. Where do I want to go in life? What do I really want to do? Where do I want to be at 60? And that really helped me, because once we keyed our personal lives and then worked backwards from there, it became a lot easier than trying to stand here and say, gee, where am I going to end up? You actually say where I want to end up. And then you work backwards. And it seems so obvious.
But we still have some places to fill in up there.
Oh my gosh.
But
and things can change. Yeah. Things can change, but it's okay.